Hello everyone and welcome back. We found a massive, complete run of Tomb of Dracula on Facebook Marketplace. So how I got this tip was from our good friend Jay. We're going to call him Jay again. I get this tip, and on Facebook Marketplace you can kind of see who this person is you're dealing with, and it kind of links to your profile. Well, I quickly saw that we will refer to him as Drexel. Drexel was a kind of like a hippie, with a dude with dreads, and he kind of looked like Gary Oldman's character from True Romance, which you'll see later on in the video. This guy was coming from an area in southern West Virginia, very, very small area. It's called Bud Mountain. Now, you may be asking yourself, where the hell is Bud Mountain? Well, your boy Sticky Goose traveled over Bud Mountain one day, getting lost, heading to his work site, when GPS took me the entirely wrong way on the Hatfield-McCoy Trail.
I think I took a wrong turn. I'm on a gravel road.
I was traveling on this road in my father-in-law's truck that he had repossessed from an individual who had been using drugs and is now currently incarcerated for things I'm not going to talk about in this video. He was living in this truck. The truck had major radiator and overheating issues, so I'm traveling up Bud Mountain, and the whole time I'm traveling up Bud Mountain, the truck is smoking. There's big plumes of radiator fluid smoke coming out of the hood. I didn't know if I was going to make it. I didn't know if I was ever going to be able to make Sticky Goose videos again. But luckily enough, V's truck, we'll just call this individual V, made it over Bud Mountain, and I was able to get to the job site. But like I was saying, our friend Drexel, he was very quick to respond on text messaging. I was wanting to meet up with him, but this dude was, he was telling me all the stuff. He seemed knowledgeable of comic books, so there was some trust there. So we arrive at the beef jerky outlet parking lot, and Drexel brings me the goods. Drexel says that he is bringing additional keys, he calls them, so that I can see those additional keys if I want to buy them. In our phone conversation, I really didn't talk about numbers. I didn't talk about price, but consulting with our friend Jay, who let us know about this collection, I kind of had a ballpark idea of what this guy wanted. So this guy wanted $2,500 for this Tomb of Dracula complete run. When I was there, he said that he would take significantly less in an offer. Keep that in mind. So what you're seeing here in the beginning are the keys that Drexel brought, all very low grade, until we hit this one. This is ASM 298 newsstand, white cover, tough cover. Definitely had some spine ticks, but it was a decent book. But the rest of these books were just okay. But let's get to the meat and potatoes and the reason why we met Drexler at the beef jerky outlet. This is the Tomb of Dracula run we're talking about. So he did tell me that the Tomb of Dracula 1 was in like a 4 to 5 condition. So we knew about that. And then the other big question, everybody knows the Tomb of Dracula run, what does the number 10 look like? First appearance of Blade. Well, if you guys have followed the channel for any length of time, you guys know I do own a Tomb of Dracula number 10 in a 4.5, and I also own a number 1 in a 4.5. So I was looking to upgrade. Let's take a look at this Tomb of Dracula 10 out of the bag, and let's see what we're dealing with. So right off the bat, the colors are great. This book has not been cleaned. It is complete. The staples in the centerfold are there. The top one is a little sketchy. This book, you can see that it's got some sort of color rub. It's got a bit of a booger there in the wording, but it looked pretty good. He guessed that grade to be around like a 6. The other good book in that Tomb of Dracula run is that number 13, which is the first cameo appearance, but I call it the first appearance of Deacon Frost, which super undervalued book to me, honestly, because I freaking love the movie Blade, by the way. It's probably either my first or second favorite superhero movie. But the rest of these Tomb of Dracula books, I'm looking at the condition of them, and you can see, I mean, some of these, I mean, the spine is just totally chewed up. I didn't go through all of these. You guys have to remember, if you're getting books from this era, specifically this run, many of these books have Marvel value stamps, including the Werewolf by Night run, the Adventure into Fear, the Man-Thing, the Marvel Spotlight, all those runs from this Bronze Age. If you're looking at these books, you need to be looking inside the book for the Marvel value stamp. The guy was saying that this collection had been from like one collector. He was saying that he got them from a guy in North Carolina, an older gentleman. The other book I really wanted to see was these. It had the giant size issues, and this is giant size number 1. This is the first appearance of Lilith, aka Dracula's daughter. This book had been heating up a little bit because apparently they cast Lilith in the movie or something. This book looked very, very nice. Square bound book. Those oversized issues so often are. I go back through the collection. I'm looking at some of the stuff again, and my numbers are going. What would you have offered for this Tomb of Dracula run? I'll give you a couple seconds to guess. I offered him $1,500 for the Tomb of Dracula run. Stick around the end,
So our
and
friend
let's see
Drexel
if we took
had
it home.
gotten
The number 2,500 from apparently this listing on eBay, which with terrible freaking pictures. This guy has like a fixed price, $2,500 listing price on this Tomb of Dracula run, and I mean, you can see the Tomb of Dracula 10, the 10 and the 1. I mean, these are not in any way near mint. These books have plummeted in value, specifically the Tomb of Dracula 10. I'm assuming because the movie is like on hold or there's like delays. But if you look at other listings for this run, I mean, here's another run that was coming to conclusion. I'll have to see how that run or that listing ended, but I mean, we're not anywhere close. Like, if you don't have the Tomb of Dracula 10 and the 1 in a lot, like, these lots sell for basically like $5, $6 a book. If we look at the Tomb of Dracula 10 CGC graded money values using cover price, I mean, we have plummeted. A 7.0, which is kind of my target for this book, I mean, we're looking at like $1,000 to $1,100, $1,200 as of July 18th, 2023. I have a 4.5. I paid $900 plus the grading fee for my raw copy for a 4.5. It's dropped to $730. This is Tomb of Dracula number 1. First appearance of Dracula in a raw copy, a 7.0, a very fine 8.5. They're saying it's worth $300, $310. They're getting a slight price increase. There are 9.8 copies of this book out there, which is kind of crazy to me. But even in a 9.0, this book is recently sold for $630, $700 as early as July 18th. I have a 4.5 copy. I bought the book for $250, and I would be shocked if I could get $200 for it today. 4.0 sold for $212. All right, guys, so surprise, we did not get the collection, but I'm going to show you guys what I have, And the reason behind why I was doing this was I was trying to improve the condition of the books that I have, and then complete my run. I have a huge part of this run, but I do not have a complete run. As I was mentioning, here's my Tomb of Dracula 1 in a 4.5. Presents very well. Neil Adams cover. But again, in this grade, there's a million of these things. It feels like I would like to have this in like a 7580, just because they're out there and now they're affordable. And this is my Tomb of Dracula number 10. It's a wall book. You see it if you watch my videos. This is one of my favorite books. It's one of my favorite characters. I'm going to be getting a Blade statue by the end of this year. It started next year. PCS is making a Blade statue finally. But I was trying to upgrade my copy, and I think that copy was better than what I had. That book that he had a color breaking fold in the top right corner, and it had, it was obviously some dirt, and then some of the color rub in the back that couldn't have been fixed, but it was a better copy than what I have. I'm just going to show you guys some of my Tomb of Dracula collection. This is number 11. I have number 8, 9, obviously 10. Here is number 12. This is the second appearance of Blade. All these early issues, 1 through 13, I know for sure, do not have Marvel value stamps. So that's something that you don't have to worry about when you're checking those. But this right here is a good book. I mean, this is a great cover. It doesn't have Deacon Frost on the cover, but it is a cameo appearance of Deacon Frost. I mean, these are all great covers. And if you can find the Tomb of Dracula omnibus, that omnibus is out of print and goes for a pretty penny as well. This is number 16. This is a great cover. This is the first appearance of this character, and I cannot remember his name. This is also a great cover. These first 20 issues are definitely out there, but there are a lot of collectors that want these early issues of Tomb of Dracula. This is kind of like the staple, or like the one of like the most well-known horror Bronze Age runs. It's an affordable run. I mean, it's very doable. I paid $3 a piece for all of these books. I bought these from a local comic shop, and I was able to get every single one of these issues for $3, except the Tomb of Dracula number 10. Like I said, I think I paid $800, $900. I think it was $900. These books are, as far as condition, they get a little bit better as they go. But yeah, I mean, none of these books are better than like a VF. I mean, none of these are better than like a 7.0. Guys, would you have bought that collection with you? And as far as like for me, would you think that I should have pulled the trigger on that? How low do you think he would have gone? If I'd have offered the dude $2,000, I guarantee he would have taken it. But I don't think that is where we wanted to be as far as money goes for that lot. If that number 10 and the number 1 was in a higher grade, absolutely. But with the condition those books were in, I don't think that was the one. The farther I've gotten to this collecting game, the longer I've done this, I'm much more discerning. I'm not, if you would have asked me 2 years ago whether I would have bought that, it would have been $2,500, no question. I don't have the giant size number 1. I'm also missing that, and I'm also missing the number 5, but I have the 3 and the 4 giant size, 2, 3, and 4. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If at any point in time you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you like this video, subscribe for more. Take care.